The sun is shining. When this happens in Norway, you just have to go out. If you don't go out and decide to wait for the next time it comes out, you might just miss the sun for like 2. There is a mentality here of very intense denial about what a summer in Norway is. And I know some Norwegians who will insist on telling you, yeah, it's cold in the winter, but it's really nice during the summer, which would give you the impression that most summer days are like today. That is not true. Most summer days are very overcast, and it often rains, and it's cold. I have experienced temperatures of 5 degrees Celsius in the summer here. Five degrees Celsius, that's a winter anywhere in the world. So for people to want to gaslight me and say it's nice in the summer and make it sound like it's always, oh, it's nice in the summer. It is only nice out of 90 days of a calendar summer. 7 will be cloudy, cold, and miserable. Prove me wrong. I'm taking a video a day this year, just like I did last year, and it's proven. Who am I trying to prove this to? Well, what I'm doing with this is telling people the real story about summers in Norway. People watch my channel and maybe they see something about Norway. They want to know what it's like here. I'm telling the truth because I'm showing you raw footage of summer. How the summer really is, not what people want you to think it is. What people do is when there's a day like this, they take lots of pictures, they take lots of videos, and they never show you the average Norwegian summer day, which is raining. It's days when it's raining, when it's cold. Nobody wants you to know that that's what a Norwegian summer really is. This is very rare. Out of 90 days of a calendar summer, there are only maybe 15 that are like, yeah, okay, you can qualify this as summer. What I don't get is how people get so defensive and angry when I point this out. They shouldn't. I don't get defensive and angry when somebody says it's too hot for them in Brazil. Well, that's your perception. That's fine. You don't like it when it's 35 degrees. You don't like it when it's 40 degrees. It's too hot. That's fine. How about you accept that I don't like it when it's raining and it's cold and it's the middle of the summer and it's 5 degrees Celsius, right? I don't like it and I think it's cold. And people don't respect that. They get extremely defensive and angry. It's just like comparing Norway to Brazil in terms of expenses and how much it costs to live in Brazil and how much it costs to live here. Brazil is cheaper. expensive to live in Norway. Why would you get upset at the truth? It's cold, it's expensive. You know what it also is? Beautiful, safe. Love the green. I love the green of the grass in the summer and the flowers coming out, especially daisies. I love them. The fjords are full. As a teacher, I make more money here than I would as a teacher in Brazil. I appreciate all of that. But don't frigging gaslight me into saying it's cold in the winter, but it's nice in the summer, because it ain't. For me to say it's nice in the summer, it would have to be like it is right now, like every single day, or at least 85% of the time, which it isn't. So no, don't say it's nice in the summer. Tell people the truth, and I'm telling you the truth. There will be a this, maybe 2, maybe 3, and then it will start raining, and it will be cold and gray, and it will rain several days. So most of the time, it really isn't nice at all. And that's what people should tell tourists, or people moving to Norway for that matter. I was so stupid. I listened to the locals at the time. They told me, and I quote, "It's cold in the winter, but then in the summer it's really nice." I'm still waiting for that. I haven't seen one summer when it has been nice all the time, or most of the time. Why don't you go back to Brazil? Listen, I have bills to pay here. I have credit card debt that I have to pay. And I didn't go out and buy a lot of stupid shit. I bought groceries. I paid rent. Bills are really important for the family. That's what I've done. It's not like a credit card debt because I bought like a jet ski or anything like that. It's credit card debt because of structural racism, when I wasn't allowed to get paid the same as a person who's from Norway, and I wasn't allowed to even have a job. So, but that's a topic for another video. How are people getting in here and being able to type? And I actually said it. I said it like I restricted to subscribers, and it's still random people coming in. So I'm wondering how. It's got to be some sort of glitch in the system. And people, I think they misinterpret my talking. They think that I'm talking to them because I want to like chat. And that's not what I'm doing. It's like a channel on TV when you watch a documentary, right? You just watch it. Listen to what's being said, you watch it. So people want to like talk to me. They think I'm here to talk to them. I'm not. Even my friends, when they come in, they know that if I want to chat with them, like on Messenger, I'll chat with them on Snapchat or Instagram. I'm not going to chat. Anyway, so this is a rare summer day. You will see if you look at I have a, what do you call it? I have a playlist on here from last summer. And I took videos daily to show the weather. You'll see it was pretty crappy most times when I was out. Most days it was like raining or gray. And then all of a sudden, there are a couple of days with the sun out. And you'd better take advantage of those days because they don't last, right? Anyway, I don't know how people are getting in here because I restricted subscribers only. Let me take a look at it again. It is restricted to subscribe. So I don't know how people are getting in here. See, this is beautiful. Norway is beautiful. I'm never going to say otherwise. I never said otherwise. There are lots of advantages of living in Norway. Norway is beautiful. If you love winter sports, this is your place, right? But if you're a summer girl like myself, you're not going to like this. Because a day like today is rare. Most summer days in Norway are not like today. But people gaslight themselves into believing, oh, summer. And they live those 10, 15 days of 20-something temperatures. They take advantage of those days, which I can appreciate. I'm doing the same. I can appreciate that. I'm doing the same, but don't gaslight me into saying this summer. No, this is how it is now. One day. Maybe tomorrow will be like
Distance 1 kilometer. Duration 14 minutes. Pace 14 minutes per kilometer.
And that's Adidas running. I walk kind of fast, so it says running when I post a picture. The picture with the map and all of that. But I'm not really running. I just walk really fast. So yes, I show Norway the way Norway really is. I tell the truth about what Norway is like for a person of color in her 50s who's not size 0, who is not empirically beautiful. That's the story I'm telling. Because if you're blonde and blue-eyed, no matter where you come from, and you're skinny, it will be a different experience. And you're young, of course. And if you're Norwegian, then it will be perfect for you. So I think it's important to tell the truth and not gaslight people when they come to this country. So people who watch my channel, they'll know what it's like. And one of my most important pieces of advice for people of other countries, if you want to choose a place for you to move to and money and be rich and send money to your family and stuff like that, this is not the country for you. First of all, they're not even going to let you stay unless you have a good reason to be here. Second of all, it is so expensive to live here. Most of your money is going to go into survival. Your survival in this country. How did I make it here? Well, okay. Long story short, I've been a world traveler since I was little. My parents wanted to give me a global education, so I got my education in the United States, New Zealand, and Australia, and Brazil. I met my husband when I was studying in Australia. That's the long story short. And we moved to Norway 3 years into our marriage. So I'm here with legal papers. I have a residence permit. I work, I pay taxes. And life is still not very easy for me. The only money I ever sent to Brazil is to pay maintenance fees to the apartment I have over there. My mother, best mother in the world, best grandmother in the world, best aunt, best everything in the world. She passed away a couple of months ago. Not even a couple of months ago. It will be a couple of months ago in a few days. And she left me a gorgeous condo near the beach. But I have to pay the maintenance fees. The apartment's paid for. She paid every fee before she passed away. My father is the one that bought that apartment for our family. We lived there. I lived there for, I think, 20 years. Off and on, because I also lived in the United States, New Zealand, and Australia. But yeah, so that's the only money I send to Brazil. I send to Brazil every month just to pay for the fees for that apartment. But that's it. I didn't come here as a poverty-stricken Brazilian trying to make a living. And let me put this out there. There's nothing wrong with being a poverty-stricken Brazilian trying to make a living. Everyone has a right to a dream. Everyone has a right to a good life. I just think you should do it legally. So how do you come to Norway legally? You can come here on a student visa. So you can do an exchange program. Or you can come here on a tourist visa. How do you do that? You come in and you're allowed to stay for 3 months as a tourist. You can also, if you are an absolute wonder at what you do, like if you have like a postdoctorate or something like that, you can come and be at the university for 4 years doing postgraduate studies. You can be a professor, or you can be, for instance, you're an engineer who has studied many years in your life and you have a bachelor's and a master's and you are in high demand and they need somebody like you. A firm here will hire you and you can work here. This, what I'm saying right now, it only applies to people from European countries. If you're from Europe, I don't know what the rules are, but if you're somebody from South America, from other parts of the world, it is not going to be easy for you to be here. You can't come as a tourist and overstay your visa. You shouldn't do that anywhere in the world. So I don't like what ICE is doing in the USA, but I kind of understand the frustration of people that don't like how others will go into their country illegally. right? I don't like that. Go to any country you want, but go legally. Go as a tourist to see what the country is like. Go back to your country. Come back as a student. Study in the country with a student visa. Go back to your country. Then you can apply for jobs if you are, like I said, if you have a high level of education or a skill, any job, any skill that they really need in that country. And then you have a work visa. Travel illegally to stay in a country, any country in the world. And to me, that's such a simple rule to follow. But I get it. I feel like some people, years ago, they immigrated illegally, but they've been living in a different country, working, paying taxes as members of society. They're not committing any crimes. They're not doing anything detrimental to their country or the country where they're living. So they should not be treated else. I understand that. But at some point, you have to legalize your situation. I've never lived anywhere in the world illegally. Never. I've always had valid visas to every single country where I lived. I'm not talking Visa, the credit card, because some people are kind of touch and they don't know what that is. A visa is a permit for you to go and stay in a country. The credit card is something else. You have to have that too. You have to prove that you have the means to support yourself in a country. This is Norway, the real Norway. Beautiful, expensive, cold, but also as a teacher, I make more money here than I would in Brazil or other countries. The only other country I made money as a teacher was Australia as a professor. In 1997, I made $87 an hour as a professor. That's 1997. I don't know how much it costs now, how much they pay now. But that's what they paid in 1997. And a lot of money, even now. So again, if you're gonna go live in Norway, save up your money, come as a tourist, see the country, go back to your country after you're finished sightseeing and getting to see how beautiful Norway is. If you want to study here, apply for a student visa. There are exchange programs out there like EF, like AFS, a world experience or work experience also. I don't know if they come to Norway, but there are programs and you can use them as a means to come to Norway and study in Norway. Live here legally for a period of time. If you like it, then go back to your country, study, save up more money, apply for a job here. If you have a skill that they need, then you can live here. So that's it. I know that in those groups, Brazilians in Norway, Brazilians in Trondheim, in those groups on Facebook, there are people saying things like, just find a Norwegian and get married. I think that's extremely materialistic. It's giving gold digger vibes. It absolutely is something I wouldn't advise. Marrying somebody for a green card, that's just not cool at all. And then people are going to be like, oh, Pollyanna, aren't you married to a Norwegian guy? Well, I married him because we fell in love. We're both living in Australia.
Distance 2 kilometers. Duration 28 minutes 12 seconds. Pace 14 minutes 11 seconds per kilometer.
So let me clarify this for everyone. I met somebody, I fell in love. He happened to be from Norway. I didn't go chasing men from different countries for a better life. I know that some women do that. I call them gringo chasers. Don't like that with people. I have inadvertently associated myself with a couple of these gold digging bimbos from Brazil. They're no longer in my life. Thank you, Jesus. I usually stop talking when people are around me because I don't want to make a fool out of myself. Anyway, I don't like gold diggers. I don't like opportunists. I don't like people going to other countries to advantage of the benefits. And some people do it because they're naive and they don't know what the repercussions are going to be. I know people that genuinely went to a different country and they wanted, I bet they loved it there, and they tried to make their circumstances legal, and it just didn't work out because they had overstayed their visa. So just don't do it. I came on a family reunion visa. Now I have a permanent resident permit. To get a permanent resident permit, as somebody who is from South America, that's what I'm saying. You need to know Norwegian. You need to have 250,000 Norwegian kroner, or prove that you can support yourself. But most likely, if you come as a tourist, you're only going to stay for a maximum of 90 days. So you don't need that for those 90 days. But like I said, if you're from any other country in Europe, the rules are different. A lot more lenient. You might not need any of that. So I'm just talking about somebody coming from South America. I think that's a pity. You don't teach your multicultural children the language, your language.